Now, that's why we're not talking about a business book tonight. That's why we're not talking about a business leader. That's why we're not talking about a sports leader. That's why we're not talking about a public figure that had to struggle through whatever to get to the top of the mountain that they were climbing. Or a mountain climber. We're not talking about that. Mm-hmm. We're talking about war. And like I said, war is not God like Judge Holden describes it in Blood Meridian, but it certainly is a powerful force, and it certainly is the ultimate struggle. Mm. The ultimate struggle for life against other humans that want to end your life, and that's it. Which brings us to Patton. And that poem, obviously, in Patton's mind, he was a warrior before, over and over again.
Yeah, he thought he was reincarnated,
He was reincarnated.
Like, he was a soldier for Caesar.
For hundreds and thousands of years.
Yeah.
And before I do jump into Patton, I do the tankers. The tankers of the world, the U.S. military. We worked with the 11 AD, the 1st Brigade, 1st Armored Division in Ramadi, Iraq in 2006, the Ready First, and the tanks. The 68-ton Abrams main battle tank with a giant turbine engine grinding the street apart as they come to support and rescue and save the SEALs, which they did over and over again. And there was no better sound in the world than those tanks firing up their engines and putting main gun rounds into buildings to kill bad guys and protect American troops. And we heard a lot about Patton while we were working with the 11 AD because the guy is the kind of the foremost tanker. Mm. And even me, I grew up with Patton because the George C. Scott movie was released when I was a kid. And to this day, I remember watching that for the first time and being, awestruck by Patton. And when you stick your hand into a bunch of goo that a moment ago was your best friend's face, then you'll know what to do. And that's all. And so that was that's how I grew up. I mean, I grew up, I watched that movie so many times, I can't even remember.
Do you still watch it?
We watched it in Ramadi.
What, just to get fired up?
Just to get fired up. And it is a great movie. But let's talk about the real Patton, who actually, in many ways, was more colorful and more charismatic and really larger in life, in real life, than George C. Scott in the movie could make him out to be. Mm-hmm.
I read that he would, when he'd talk and stuff, he'd swear a lot. He'd use a lot of profanity, but he did that on purpose. Oh, yeah. He did it like to send a message or to get his guys fired up. But in regular conversation, he didn't really swear.
He's a mysterious guy with a lot of different facets to him. So I'm going to kick this off.